This is the water meter. See the silver sprocket in the middle? It's very sensitive. That's a flow indicator. I just got out of the house. I turned off the valves to the master bathroom commode because this sprocket was turning. I knew we had a leak somewhere. Freshwater supply leak. So it was turning. I went and turned off that valve and now it's stopped. Some people call it a cheater wheel or cheater paddle. If that's moving, water's coming into your house. And if it's someplace you can find, like the commode, like I did, then you got it. But if you can't find it, it's someplace you can't see. This is the check valve, backflow prevention for your lawn sprinkler system, the irrigation system. Now you're supposed to have 3 inches of clearance underneath here. The box should have been excavated. Handles are rusty. Should have been lined with gravel. It's supposed to be serviced every year. We know that's not right. I'll come back. I want to take a picture of that anyway. I don't believe I took a picture of that. This is the closest bib faucet to the water meter. We're looking for between 80 and 40 and 80 psi. You got like an 85 psi, and that's too much pressure. That's too much pressure. You say you can't get enough pressure. No, you're looking for flow. You're actually looking for flow. So, since you have too much pressure, you should have an expansion tank on the water heater. We do not have an expansion tank on the water heater. The valves are, the water spot lines are soldered too close. They're not insulated. This isn't insulated. This is supposed to be replaced every 3 years. You're going to have a care and use manual. It's 50 gallons. What I can't find, optic sensor's too high, is a main water shutoff valve to the house. In an emergency, how do you turn the water off? I don't know. High soil, wood mulch, paving stones are not uniform. I guess in an emergency, what you're left to is your own devices. And that's going to be a deficiency. It's going to be a deficiency. You come out here with this handy wrench. You stick it in here, you pop it open, and you move this to this. Parallel is on, perpendicular is off. When you move those ears over, then you turn the water off to the house. And that's how you'd handle it with a wrench. To the best of my knowledge, that's how you would handle it during an emergency. So we do not have a main water shutoff valve. Passed the meter test. We have too much water pressure. The irrigation valve handles are rusty and it hasn't been excavated. The water heater does not have an expansion tank because we had too much water pressure. And the reason why you'd want an expansion tank when you have too much water pressure, the reason being is that water heaters develop pressure. Pressure and temperature are related. So as the water heater heats, it sends hot water back up the cold water line. It just backs up, going towards the meter. But if the meter's delivering too much pressure, it can't back up, and so then it will blow out. Temperature pressure relief drain line is too high off the ground, by the way.